Hello, hello. Welcome to part three of the She's Back training series for brand partners. So, if you've completed parts one and parts two already, then you know what's coming back. Balance for Her is coming back. And you also have some product knowledge on the product, how to talk about it through its ingredients, as well as the things that make this product exceptional. So, before we touch anything about pricing or pre order, because today that's what we're talking about. We're going to be moving into the promotion, the VIP offer, and the mechanics of actually enrolling a customer. But before we do that, I want to kind of speak some vision, if that's okay with you. Vision for maybe about 2 minutes, because technical steps I believe are easy to teach, but they're just as easy to forget. But if you have the thinking behind these technical steps, then it may make it easier for you to retain it as well as become effective with it. So if you understand what this promotion actually is and what subscribe and save actually is, the mechanics will make sense and they will stick. And that is part of my goal, is that this information is not just going to go in and go out, but there's some things that are going to stick for you. So the first part of this training, we're going to set back office aside and we are going to talk about what we're really building. So the first reframe that you see here, this is the most important one thing out of this entire training. And I'm going to be precise in this because we are not pushing a discount. We are opening a list. Balance for Her has been out of stock for 4 months. Now, that is a very long time for a product to be out, especially a product that a woman is relying on for her hormonal and stress support. So, what does that mean? That there is women that's probably in your contacts that have been waiting for this. Now, this VIP wait list is the mechanism that's going to let them stop waiting. So, when you invite someone into the VIP, you're not interrupting her day to sell her balance for her. You're bringing her information that she actually wants because the product is coming back and there's a way that you can support her to secure it before the actual public launch, which is on July 7th. So, this changes your job. Your job in this promotion definitely is not to convince anyone, it is to invite, because convincing is heavy and it makes both people feel uncomfortable, where inviting is much more light and it can become accurate because for the right person, this invite is absolutely good news. So now the concept about this whole training, this VIP promo is built on, and the one that I want to leave you with is, if you're newer, you might think of subscribe and save as a checkout option, right? A box that a customer ticks to save a little more money. Well, I need you to stop thinking about it that way, because subscribe and save is your business model. As a brand partner, as a CEO of your own business, this is your business model. And it is a difference between a business and a series of one time sales. One time sales are great, but I want to look at it from both sides. I'm going to share this with you because it matters for your customers. Subscribe and Save offers the lowest price that USANA provides, right? It also has automatic delivery, free shipping available with this. And it is a simple way for a woman that is managing her health with hormones to not forget. So that reliability is part of the value. And then, we've experienced it our own selves with these products being sold out and then restock taking a while. We know the value of patience. So, this one time sale income, now it is going to give you income, but then you're gonna have to chase it again next month. Whereas subscribe and save, it's recurring and that volume is already going to be in the books. It gives you predictability, especially seeing what your P&Ls are for the month. So as a business owner, subscribe and save is the reoccurring volume that is the kind of income that you can plan a business around. So this is a business model, and this is a model in one sentence. Every customer that you place on subscribe and save this month is not a sale that you made. I want you to switch your mindset that the customer is a subscriber that you added. And a business that is built on subscribers is going to behave completely different from one built on chasing the next order every single month. So here's how the pre order actually works. And it's good news. Okay. So, first in line, locked in, guaranteed. Her order is going to be placed before the public launch on July 7th. First in line, locked in, guaranteed. And we just got word the other day that first processing date, if there are product available, it's going to be June 28th is going to be the first processing date, which is this Sunday. That's a gift, guys, because now it gives us 3 Sundays of VIP processing instead of one. So that's kind of like another runway for another woman to enroll. Gives us another week to help people say yes. So I want to go and help you with her VIP enrollment. Also, automatically, it's going to lock her into our She's Back 7-day challenge. And this is not a small House of Ula challenge, guys. This is a USANA wide. They seen what She's Back was about, and they wanted this to be something that was going to be for the entire company, starting as one. So being a part of the VIP automatically will allow your customer to be a part of the She's Back 7-day challenge. So the window is real, okay? July 12th is the cutoff date for subscribe and save for that order to be in and delivered to start day one of the USANA She's Back 7-day challenge, which will take place in July. Alrighty, so the last piece of the vision is the experience. And this is where we plan to operate differently from the rest of the industry because every every customer who pre-orders, I want you to think of them as a founding customer, and we want to treat them like a founding customer, white glove service. So 3 things that make this real, okay? First, every pre-order is going to earn an entry into our VIP drawing giveaway. Details are going to be coming to you separately regarding all the good things with the giveaway. Second is identity. Okay, she isn't just a customer who pre-ordered. She's back VIP subscriber. And when we talk to her, I want you guys to live up that identity and say, you are a She's Back VIP. Thank you for being a She's Back VIP. Name it when you talk to her. That's the identity of who we are saying they are being a part of this community. And third, and this one is on you personally. Okay, so this is a suggestion and an option. Every VIP is going to get a welcome from you, a voice memo. It could be a handwritten card. It could be a message that could only have been sent from you to her. That's the rule. Okay, meaning automation runs the orders. The system we have set up is going to help you process your subscribe and save orders for her, but only you can make her feel chosen. And that is so important. This is the vision, a wait list, not a pitch, a subscriber, not a sale, a founding customer, not a transaction. I want you to hold on to that because everything mechanical we do from here serves that, serves our vision. So thank you for listening to the vision. And we are now going to build the skills on top of the vision. We're going to move through 3 things: how to talk about this in social media, which we did a deeper lesson in training previously, and how to talk with the people you already know. So this is going to move quickly because we've already touched this, but this is important to repeat again. So let's start on how you're going to actually talk about it. This section is about communication, and it has 2 distinct halves. Okay, so how you show up publicly on social media and how you reach out privately to people that you already know, and how to respond when someone meets you in the DMs. They're different jobs with different roles, and confusing them can be a mistake that we want to not make. So I'm going to help you keep that separate. Let's see. So this is the framework. Social media and personal messages, they do 2 different jobs. Your public post is what warms the room. They create the awareness, right? And the curiosity, which we are in the process of completing our curiosity posting. Your private messages is what is going to open the door. That's where someone actually really decides to become a VIP. And the line that I need you to internalize Nobody becomes a VIP from a post. I mean, not if you're an influencer with a lot of followers. That's a different story, okay? But if a partner spends all week posting and sends 0 messages personally, they've done visibly half the work and they skipped half of what actually produces results. So you are a friend with news. That's why the vision of inviting needed to be shared. So you're going to invite, invite, invite. By the time you're sitting here watching this, your curiosity content has already done its job for you. And if it has not, you can still go ahead and post them and create the curiosity. For 3 days, these posts were made for women in our world and socials to wonder what is going on. It was intriguing. The graphics did not really point to exactly what it is because we were trying to be appealing. There was strategy behind that. Now, what matters right now is that the anticipation that has been built, that's kind of like our runway. There's women that have been watching us. You have had trainings on how to comment. And if you're not getting comments, how to actually comment to likes to start conversations that can turn into a deeper conversation, which can maybe lock in a sale by July 12th. So the VIP promo is the answer to the question that your content that you've been sharing is asking. So what I'm saying is that when it comes to the public, we're not wasting a single one of those posts, okay? Every post that you posted, every like, any comment you got, you earned the right to a conversation. That's the shift that I want you to feel. You're not starting cold. You're walking into a room that you already warmed up. The hard part, right? Getting her to care is done. Now you just have to give her what she's been curious about. That is what we were building with the content for the curiosity posting for the 3 days. So now we're going to move into the private lane. And good news, especially for newer brand partners, you're not finding strangers because you have a warm market that still needs to be invited. What I'm going to suggest is I would love for you guys to write down 15 names, 5 names in each bucket. Okay, so we're going to do 3 buckets, 5 names in each bucket. And I'm going to break down each bucket for you. Paper and pen ready, okay? Bucket 1, the ones who had women already on balance for her. Write those names down. Bucket 2 is the ones that said, my gosh, I have no idea how I'm going to manage this stress. I'm always stressed out. Oh my gosh, I don't even know who I am, what's going on with my body. These are not going to sell to them right now, but these are women that need what you have to offer. They just have not got the invite yet. Then bucket 3 is going to be the ones that watch you. Women are watching you, right? Women are following you. They're watching how you live and they trust your judgment. They don't need convincing. They just need an invitation. 5 names for each bucket. Bucket 1, bucket 2, and bucket 3. So now that you have some buckets done with some names in there, here's how to actually write the message. This is a framework. I don't want you to think that it's a copy and paste. I mean, go ahead if you want to, but I'm going to encourage you to take it and make it your own. So every good message has 4 parts. Every good message has 4 parts. So we're going to break it down. 1, a reason it's her. Why did she come to mind? 2, what's happening in one line. Okay. 3 is the honest reason early matters. Lock in before launch, best price, the VIP extras, and then 4, the House of Ula signature. What is the House of Ula signature, you might be saying? It's an easy out. Something like no pressure at all if timing is not right. The example that I have here is, hey, Jenny, you crossed my mind today because I know you love balance for her and it's been sold out. It's officially coming back and I'm putting together a small VIP list that get locks in before the actual public launch. Best price, first order out, plus a few extras just for this group. Want me to tell you more? Totally fine if the timing's not right. This is a message that if you notice what's missing, I didn't talk about the price, I didn't give a link, I did not have any manufactured urgency to create FOMO, just a real reason, real information, a real benefit, and a real exit. So the message gets a response because it doesn't feel like a campaign. It reads and speaks you. That's the importance of that. Now, she's going to reply, tell me more. Well, this is the moment that a lot of us fumble, okay? Because excitement takes over, and then we're writing 4 paragraphs, we're sending a graphic, and we're sending a link all at once. And then she's quickly like, whoa. So we're not gonna dump, we're gonna invite. So when she says, yeah, tell me more, I want you to ask her a question. What did you love about what you've seen? Or what did you love that I shared? What's been going on with you lately? Let her answer. Okay. So we want to ask a question, and she's going to describe her own need better than you could ever because she's talking about her actual life. Then, when it's time, the offer is one simple sentence. Want me to save you a spot as a She's Back VIP? We're giving that identity, right? I'll handle the entire setup for you. Now, that is going to help take off pressure, the exclusiveness, right? And the promise that she doesn't have to figure out this and do it alone because you're going to help her and support her. That's the handoff. Like, I'll handle the setup. That's going to lead directly into the enrollment process, which we are going to be moving into shortly in section 4 to cover. So you know how to start conversations, you know how to invite. Now we need to be able to show the value clearly because when someone's interested, the next thing she wants is really to understand what's the offer. So let's get very precise about the numbers. So I'm going to teach you to present these numbers the way any good offer is presented, clearly, in the right order, and completely honest. We never round up. We're not going to inflate. Never hope no one does the math, okay? Because when they see the math, they will be able to actually clearly see the value. And I believe the truth here is strong enough on its own. Same product, 3 prices, okay? Retail, what anyone off the street would pay for. That is $98.95. A preferred customer pays $89.95. And she's back VIP pays $80.95. Here's how this pricing actually works. And I want you to be able to explain it because it's generally a really good structure. A preferred customer gets 10% off of the retail. As a subscribe and save, this takes an additional 10% on top of that. Then that's stacked savings. That's the VIP price. And that is the subscribe and save model just being executed in a different mechanism. Now, this is why I wanted to give you some vision about subscribe and save and how I want you to think of subscribe and save differently other than just another option for a little more discount. Now, the VIP pricing, it's not a coupon that we are inventing. It's simply the subscribe and save business model, which is the best price that USANA offers to customers. So same box, 3 prices, one obvious choice. Here's the sharpest, most honest comparison that you can see in the campaign. And now you're going to see it across the entire line. I want you to look at any row on this table. A preferred customer gets 1 price, an auto order, a subscribe and save, which is auto order. And that's where you're going to get a better price every single time. So if we look at balance for her, the one that we've been focusing on, preferred customer saves $9 a box. auto order, subscribe, and save exactly doubles because that second 10% stacks on the first. And the same pattern holds all the way down the table that you see that has balance for her. So the balance for her in all of the different collections. There is no product here that we're going to say, no, we can't put an auto order. We did talk about the Beat the Bloat in this campaign, but I want you to know that it's for all of these. Okay. So whatever she needs. Now, I want you to notice the column that we may not truly understand, but that's the volume or the PV. Now, these numbers matter to us as brand partners, as builders, not just to your customer. They won't see the PV volume, but balance for her is a 50 PV. The strength collection is 113. Vitality is 195. So when you put a customer on auto order, you're not just saving her money, you're also creating recurring volume in your business every single month. So here's what the table really shows. It's not a list of discounts. It's a menu. I want you to think of this right now, that it's a menu of reoccurring relationships. Every single row is how a woman could be saving money and anchoring her monthly products and helping your monthly volume all at the exact same time. And I want you to zoom back in on the balance for her to make it concrete, okay? $18 a box every month saved is $216 a year that is staying in her pocket. More than 2 boxes free, right? And in savings alone, so choosing the option that's most convenient for her as well as her budget. And she'll never have to wait for the product. It's going to just arrive as long as we don't sell out. Okay. And the restock comes back quickly. Um, I want you to just kind of multiply that feeling across every collection that you see here and understand why subscribe and save is not a checkout choice, but it is a whole business model in itself. I'm going to go into deeper breaking these down. But let's move on to the next slide. So the bigger yes. So the larger option is the Beat the Bloat bundle is one of that we're talking about. And the reason that it was selected because it's a really good price point range. It's not over $150, but it is over $100, which is going to help lock in that free shipping for our preferred customers. It's 176 retail. It's $160 as a preferred customer, which gives them a $16 savings. Now, when they purchase it as a subscribe and save, and we get that ordered on the 28th of June or the 5th of July or the 12th of July, they're going to save $32 on the product, and then they're also going to get free shipping. So this right here, if somebody was to order this every month for a year on the She's Back VIP, which is subscribe and save, that I believe, if I'm doing the math correctly, that is about $384 in, $384 in savings. So when somebody's ready for the fuller routine, they might want to start off with balance for her, but now you have a little better understanding of the value of savings that you can offer to your subscribers. Hope that all makes sense, because now we're going to be wrapping this up before we move into the actual enrollment process. So this is important because free shipping, it can get a little confusing on this. And I wanted to share this with you guys because free shipping, it is I love free shipping. Okay. And I will put in whatever amount I need so that I can get that free shipping. It's just like, I feel like I'm getting way more product for my money. So for your preferred customers, the line of getting the free shipping is $100 order. So they ship free when their cart is at 100 plus. Balance for her on its own is only $80.95 in subscribe and save, which is under that line. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to add one item or items that's going to help bring that total cost to $100. And you may look at skincare, or you may put any other product that they need. Another easy way is just the bundle. The bundle at $144 clears it on its own. Nothing you need to add, nothing to explain. So for you as a brand partner, free shipping will kick in at $200. Okay. Just you might get confused with that. So preferred customers is $100, triggers their free shipping. As for us, brand partners and affiliates, it is $200. So one quick note on the $200 number, because it gets confused all of the time. Do not mix it up with being commission qualified. That is completely a separate thing, and we can cover that in its own training in the future. And if you're confused with that, I'm going to highly recommend for you to connect with your upline leader. And right now, I just want us to focus on the shipping so we don't get confused. Free shipping again for preferred customers, $100 plus order. For brand partners, it's a $200 plus order. So anything here that may not make much sense, please reach out to us. Okay. So let's move on to the anchor first. Never lead with a discount. So the skill of presenting all of this, 2 rules. Anchor first, never lead with the discounted price. Saying it's $80.95 means nothing on its own. Start at the $98.95 with the retail price and walk down the ladder. This is where she will see the value. The drop is the story, and the anchor is what's going to give them that final number meaning. So the second rule is don't recite. Put the 3 pieces in front of her. You can take a picture of the screen before where you can say like, hey, this is preferred customer savings and then VIP savings. That's it. And then to do the hardest thing in sales is to be quiet. Then you be quiet and you let the numbers finish the conversation because it's strong enough all on its own. The silence after you go down the ladder is not awkward. It feels awkward, but it's allowing her space to decide. Don't talk her out of a yes by continuing to keep selling after she's already convinced. Okay. Don't do that because it's going to set you up to possibly be discouraged. So anchor first and do not lead with the discount. So that was a whole lot. We are almost done. Now we're going to get into the nitty gritty. This is a section that's going to turn a yes into a customer, a subscribed customer. So everything you do from here on out is getting her to say yes, save me a spot, right? That's what we were working on this whole time. And now what we're going to do is most of your confidence as a new partner, a brand partner, is either built or lost. So we're going to be precise and concrete so that you feel confident. Our standard is white glove. And here's exactly what that means is that you do the enrollment for her. She does not get a link and figures it out alone. Okay. You enroll her. You get on a phone call with her. You can get on a Zoom and screen share, or you can sit right next to her at a coffee shop and you create her account. You set up her subscribe and save order, and then you're done because that's all it takes for her to be VIP. The difference between a customer who placed an order and a customer who was taken care of. That is what's going to be the difference. Is the second one will stay. She'll probably refer as well. And remember what that felt like. You know the quote, it's not what you know, but it's how you made someone feel. So doing it for her is not the extra work. It's the work. So make sure you grasp this because this is the white glove treatment that we are giving to all of our VIP. Before you sit down to enroll, you're going to gather some information, okay? Which I created an enrollment guide. You can print this as a PDF. You'll have access to this and you can print this out. And what it does, it's going to actually collect all the information that's needed for you to do the enrollment. So you could actually get all this information and then schedule a time later to do it if you can't be at the same, like on a Zoom with her, or you can't do it on the phone together, but this is going to help guide you. Balance for her on its own, or you can do beat the bloat. If it's another bundle, you could just kind of write that in there. I just wanted to try to keep it as simple as possible, but this is going to help you feel confident, and it's going to be a quick and smooth process for your soon-to-be subscribed customer. So we're going to get to the technical. Creating her account, I have put it in 5-step process. And once you've done it once, you're going to see how quick it is. The first time you do it, it may be a little sketch or you may not feel as confident. But step one, we're going to log into your back office and you're going to select enroll. Then step two, you're going to choose the account type. Let me go into this for you. So step one, this is step one. You're going to go to the enroll on the sidebar, and this is from the desktop. It may look a little different on the phone, on the app, but this is from the desktop. Step two is you're going to click on the enrollment customer type is going to drop, and it's going to give you an option of a brand partner, affiliate, or preferred customer. You're going to select preferred customer if that's what they want to be. Then you're going to fill out the enrollment business center. And I'm not going to really break down this, but if you need guidance on which business center, left, right placement, personal, make sure you connect with your leader, or just leave us a message and someone will connect with you. So step three is selecting the business center, whether it's business center 1, 2, or 3. And then it's also selecting the personal left or right. And you can always contact customer service and they will help you with this. And if you place it wrong, you can contact them. I believe there's like a few day grace period where you can contact them to make any necessary changes for your business. Okay, step 4, it's going to begin the account creation process. So you're going to click on sign me up. Then step 5 is you're going to fill out the information. This is all of the information that you gathered already on the guide. And this is basically the preferred customer creation. What happens after that is you are going to then be prompted if you would like to shop now or if you would like to set up an auto order. This is where you would set up the subscribe and save. So you're going to select set up auto order, and then it's going to take you to a screen that simply looks like this. This is what makes this VIP rather than that one-time customer, right? So this, you're going to click here, and then it's going to take you to the actual setup of managing the auto order. And for your guys' convenience, I also have created an actual training. Ship started when you select pause it to get started with the auto ship. It's going to take you to the screen. The screen has 2 tabs, manage auto orders and manage payments. If you click on manage payments, it'll take you to where you can add or remove credit card information. You can connect it with PayPal. And this is also where you can set up e-wallet. That's a whole nother training. But let's get back to managing that auto order. Here's a little explanation about the first auto order. You want to go and read. So that link is going to be available, and it actually walks you through the whole process. It's like a 6-7 minute tutorial in more details than what I explained. Now, if they're an existing customer, it's even easier because all you are going to do is you're simply going to have them add it to their subscribe and save existing account. And you can also send a link. Okay, so if someone's like, I prefer you just send me the link, I can do it myself. Well, when you are in the beginning, step 1, when you were in enrollment, if you go towards the bottom, it gave you an enrollment link. And this is where you copy and you can send this, and it's connected directly to your account so that when they enroll, it's going to automatically connect to your USANA account. The begin enrollment is what will take you to the next step of where you actually are providing that white glove service. I hope that makes sense. Now, this section is going to turn a yes into a customer. And what I'm saying it's going to turn a yes into a customer is because everything that we talked about really is the flow of a system. Her orders are going to process July 5th. It's going to ship the next day or so. And then it's automatically going to have her enrolled in the She's Back Challenge. It's going to start on July 20th. It was supposed to be the 23rd, so there's a correction there, July 20th. And all you have to do is show up. So I hope that this training, I know that it was pretty lengthy. We're going into 35 minutes, but we want to turn this into action. So, 4 moves for you to do over the weekend and early into the beginning of next week is set up your own subscribe and save order first. You can't invite from the sidelines, right? Your conviction changes the moment that you are on the product yourself and you've placed your order. So it's also how you will learn your enrollment flow, kind of like training on the job, right? By doing your own. So move number 2 that I want you to move into is writing those 15 names, 5 names per bucket, and start to move. Number 3 is send your first 3 messages, whether it's personal, specific, honest, a mixture of them, just send it out immediately. Okay, the sooner the better, I should say. And then you have step 4. Step 4 of your move is when someone says yes, you're going to enroll her with the white glove service that we just went over. You can do it in the same session using that enrollment guide. And then you make sure you send her that personal welcome, whether it's a memo, it's a card, it's a personal message that only you can send to let her know that she is seen and she is chosen. Don't lose the thread that runs through all of this. Every VIP gets 3 things. They are going to get a drawing entry. They get the She's Back VIP identity, and then a personal welcome from you. So the first 2 are built in the system. The third is built into, but from you. And out of everything in this training, it's the part that she's actually going to remember the most. So, you know the vision. We went over conversations. We talked about numbers and we went through mechanics. The only thing left is for you to begin your first 4 moves. Go and build your list. God bless. Take care.